Hi Aquarius, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol, and on this channel my readings are going to center around healing the shadow using parts therapy. And I've been on my own healing journey for a number of years now with a trauma coach, and I use parts therapy. And so I've been able to apply my own knowledge of parts to my tarot. And so I want to welcome you if this is your first time. If you're coming back, thanks for supporting me and subscribing to my channel. So you're going to notice that there's no date on this reading, and I trust that when it comes into your feed, it's meant for you. And I'm going to be using 3 decks in this reading. I'm going to start off with what's on the table, which is cards from Healing Yourself. They're reading cards from Ina Segal, and I love these cards because what they're going to do for me is I'm going to start off your reading by using my pendulum, and I'm going to select one of these cards here for you, and it's going to be the theme that you're dealing with right now. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tarot out. So we're going to be using the Ehrenberg Tarot today, and also I'm going to clarify with the Radiant Rider-Waite. And we'll look into what situation is related to this theme. So let's start off right away with the pendulum and asking it to select a card for Aquarius right now as they're coming into this reading and wanting some information on this particular theme right here that you're going to select for me. All right, I'm guided to, I'm just going to move over a bit here. Exactly which one? Sometimes, oh, there it is. It's not usually really clear, but this one's like, no, we got to move over here for a bit. So you have family and tribe number 20. And I'm going to look at that because that's going to be the theme that we're looking at right now. So, theme for you that we're looking at is family and tribe. Be very discerning with other people's opinions. Become aware of how the beliefs of your family and tribe are influencing you. What did you learn about relationships, money, and opportunities when you were younger? Ask yourself, am I still carrying some of these outdated beliefs? Am I trying to seek love and approval from my family by doing what they want me to do? An important question to ask yourself is whether you are living your life in order to make someone else or yourself happy. So this card asks you to examine your loyalties, your family beliefs, your superstitions, and rituals that have power over you. Let go of anything that is not serving you. You are being asked to face your fears of being different and embrace your uniqueness, even if others don't understand or approve of your actions. All right, so that's the theme that we're going to be working with right now. So we're going to look at what family beliefs do you need to let go of that no longer serve you. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to the tarot, and I'm going to ask the tarot for, I've already pre-shuffled all these cards, so I want to look at what situation or issue that you're dealing with right now. Maybe it's a pattern as well, but you know, something that you're dealing with right now that's related to family beliefs. And oftentimes it can prevent us from doing things. We can have fear from going forward and taking our next step in whatever it is we want to do because we're unaware, because this is shadow work, right? So we're unaware that there are blocks. Well, we know that there are blocks in our system, but we're unaware of what they are. And so we're going to look at that, and then I'm going to look at what's coming up from your shadow that needs healing, right? That's going to tell us about the block maybe that's preventing you from doing something. And then we're going to look at what guidance does the tarot have for you, and I'll also leave you with a bit of guidance myself. So let's start off with what situation or issue is Aquarius dealing with that's centered around this family and tribe theme. One card for that. One card for, there we go, finally get it out. So it's the Page of Pentacles in reverse. What is coming up from Aquarius's shadow that needs healing, that is related to this Page of Pentacles for sure. One card that's sitting in their shadow. The Ten of Swords in reverse. And what guidance does the tarot have for Aquarius? What guidance does the tarot have for Aquarius? You have the Five of Swords. Let's look at some clarifiers. Can I have one or two cards to clarify this Page of Pentacles? Well, that's kind of sideways here. And another card right there. Another page. A page to clarify a page, but a different one. Ten of Swords. A couple cards for that. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords. So, Chariot card. You have the Chariot card and the Devil in reverse. Chariot card and the Devil in reverse. Two interesting major arcana. Powerful energies you have, Aquarius, sitting in your shadow. You know, they're there as strength for you for sure. Remember that your shadow is your childhood, it's your adolescence. Things that you've buried, you've repressed, you've put away, memories, trauma. And a lot of times we can have gifts that are sitting also in our shadow that maybe people shunned them or rejected them when you were younger. And so you yourself had to do that as well to protect yourself sometimes, right? For survival. Five of Swords. Couple cards for that. Couple cards. Ooh, they came out. Okay, so you have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, both upright. All right, let's look at right now what situation, issue are you dealing with right now. We start off with the Page of Pentacles, and you have two pages in the deck. So I'm going to say that the pages in my deck are what I call my inner children. And so I know mainstream psychology likes to say we just have one inner child, but I've been on my own intensive healing journey long enough to know that I have more than one inner child. Because our inner children are the parts of us that hold our big emotions, they hold our trauma, they hold our memories. They're the ones that hold like our knowledge, and I get in touch with my own inner children by writing to them. I journal back and forth with them. This particular page is a page of Pentacles, and Pentacles talks about our body. It's like it's there to remind us that, you know, we have this body here, and it talks about being grounded in our body. It's the pentacle itself is the earth element. And so you have an inner child right now that needs grounding. You have an inner child that needs healing. It's like there's this inner part of you that's tugging on you saying, listen, I have something to tell you. I have something to share with you. I have big emotions that you need to express because I can't do it. I couldn't do it when I was younger, but you're the adult and you can do that for me now. And so this is here to say, you know, it's time for you to get grounded. It's in reverse here because there's a couple things. Sometimes there's a real big fear on our part to get back into our body and realize that we have this, because guess what? This is where all our emotions are in our body. And so we tend to stay up in our head, right? Our ego tries to protect us. Our ego is a real protector part. And it likes to keep us in our head, and we don't know that our ego is in charge when really our adult self needs to come in. But it doesn't want you to get into your body because there's emotions there. But this particular inner child has something to share with you, and it's trying to get your attention. It needs healing. And that's clarified by the Three of Pentacles sideways here. I think there's a part of you that the Three of Pentacles in my deck, first of all, talks about like a co-creative card, right? These three individuals that are working together on, you know, repairing this place of worship. And they're putting their minds together, right? And And this card, when it comes up in my deck, because this is a healing channel, and when it comes up in a reading, it tells me that maybe you've been thinking about getting back into therapy, getting some help, but it's sideways here. So maybe you've kind of been toying with that, thinking, you know, maybe I need some help. Maybe I need some help looking at, you know, what are these inner children of mine? What are these feelings that are coming up? Maybe you're kind of pushing them down. You're afraid to get into your body, and we can block these inner children of ours, right? And that was another reason I was supposed to get to when I was talking to you about it, that, you know, we can push them away. There's a fear of listening to them or not wanting to hear what they have to say, because that means we have to heal, and oftentimes we don't want to go that route. But you have another page that's clarifying your Page of Pentacles, and that's the Page of Swords. And this page is another part of you. Like I said, we can have more than one page. And it's another inner child that holds your sword. It holds your sword of truth, your sword of authenticity, and who you really are. And so there's this reading is starting to come out here and saying, you have these inner children that are tugging at your pant leg and saying, you know, listen, I need to heal. I have things to share with you. I have big emotions. I have memories. And maybe I have trauma. We all have trauma on a continuum, and they're really needing to heal right now, and they're trying to get your attention. And maybe you're feeling that. You're feeling like you're being pulled, and you don't know what it is, and you can't. I mean, it's just so much stirring in your body, and so there's a real, you know, need for you to get grounded and to start to hear what these inner parts are saying. And so what is it that's coming up from your shadow that needs healing? Because whatever's happening to you right now is being heavily impacted. It's almost like your shadow is driving what's going on right now with you. So the first card that comes out, and I'm sure this is going to start to, I just was told, you know, go back to this family and tribe thing. Like what's coming up about this? What your family beliefs are that maybe you are causing you not to want to go inwards and listen to what these parts are wanting to tell you, right? There's some things that they want to tell you. Maybe, you know, there's things in your head that are spinning going, you know, what are you talking about? You're crazy. You're not, you know. And oftentimes we get called crazy when we're younger, because we knew our truth and we were told, no, that's not your truth. And so what I see here is the Ten of Swords in your shadow. And again, like I said, this is the younger part of yourself, your younger self, your adolescence. And swords represent our mental energy, our mental thoughts, our mental thought patterns. You know, those things that we continue to tell ourselves in our head. We hear it over and over again, right? And I know I'm seeing that when you were younger. Look at how these swords, how they did you in. I mean, this is in reverse. It like completely did you in, where you had family members, whether, you know, authority figures in your life, what it could be grandparents, uncles, parents, cousins, step-parents, whoever they were, that they told you certain things, right? And there are certain things that we can continue to tell ourselves in our head, like, maybe, you know, when you were younger, you heard voices, you heard people talking to you, you were in connection with spirits. You know, what is it that you know, you keep telling yourself? But when you were younger, what did they tell you? What did your family tell you? What sort of things did they tell you that kept you down, right? You know, you can't do this. Who do you think you are? You're stupid. And a lot of these things right here that we continue to spin around. And I think when you were younger, you heard a lot of this, different things of people just trying to keep you down and keep you in your place, right? And the Chariot card comes out next as and remember I said there's two major arcana cards here. We start off with the Chariot card. And the Chariot card talks about this individual that's been trying so long to control, and the key word here is to control with the Chariot. I mean, Chariot talks about movement for sure, but this individual's been trying to control these sphinxes with his mind. There are no reins to control these sphinxes, and these sphinxes are stone, and they're not even looking in the straight ahead. They're looking in their own direction, right? One's going this way, the other one's going that way. So they're completely out of control here, and he's just thinking, excuse me, I've been trying to control this for so long, and it's not working anymore. Excuse me, I got a cough. And so what I'm seeing here is that you came from an environment where people controlled you for so long with things that they continued to say to you over and over and over again. And you had no control over this, absolutely no control. And you had no control over your environment. Other people controlled you. And the Devil card comes in reverse. And in an upright position, the Devil card speaks about these attachments. People that oftentimes when it's not in your shadow, it means addictions, these things that we get attached to when we were younger. But I think when you were younger, what you got attached to was these things that people told you. It was like they became you. And so when I say you got attached to them, I mean like that's, as children we're sponges, right? And we take in anything that people tell us. And so what controlled you when you were younger, and it's almost like you became this puppet or this marionette. And you know, because there was so much control here that you did what you were told. And this is what seems to be happening right here, is when we talk about these family beliefs that no longer serve you, it's like becoming aware of what is it that, you know, maybe these inner children are trying to tell you things. What are the memories that they hold? What are they trying to tell you? Because when you come from a family that's very controlling, there are things that they would have not wanted you to tell. There are things that they're not wanting you to know or to remember. But you have these pages, 2 of them in fact, that are coming through for you right now that are saying, we want you to remember, listen, there are things I need to tell you. Our inner children always have things that they want to tell us, and we need to heal. Like I said, the big emotions that they hold. And so what guidance does the tarot have for you? Well, the first card that comes out, the main card, is the 5 of Swords. And notice how this hand is coming through and holding the wrist like this, right? It's 2 different hands here. And it's coming through and holding the wrist. It's preventing this person from doing something. And so I think that the tarot is saying, you know, I call this my bullying card. It's like you need to look at, you know, what is it that's preventing you from doing what it is you want to do next? Preventing you from maybe going inwards and listening to your inner children. You know, what is it that's preventing you from healing and getting back in your body and getting grounded? And I always think of the 5 of Swords as a card, because it's a bullying card, it can really call on, you know, your worthiness, or I should say your unworthiness, you know. What is it? There's a big part of you that maybe feels very unworthy. Maybe because of all these swords that people told you, right? And I think people told you that how unworthy you were. Maybe you were crazy. Maybe you were this. Maybe you were that. And you're continuing to believe it. And it's almost like, you know, in what way were you bullied? In what way were you controlled? Because I did talk about the Chariot as a card controlling you. What family beliefs are still controlling you in your life right now? You know, that have a hold on you. There's when we want to do creative things for ourselves. And when I say creative, it means like putting ourselves first. We are blocked sometimes, And we have to look at, you know, what are these messages that are coming through for me, that are coming through from my family, and all these people, the authority figures when I was younger. What are they that are coming through? And your younger children will tell you, your inner children will tell you. And so I can see here that the Two of Wands comes as clarity with that hold, right? There's something that definitely here that you want to do. This is like a nudge to do something, the Two of Wands. This individual is looking out, right, and realizing there's a bigger world out there. You know, his world looks really small from where he is, and it's like, I know there's something out there. There's more for me out there. I want to go for it. But I just, you know, what is it that's holding on? What's keeping you back? What belief system's keeping you back? And then you end with the Queen of Pentacles. And very fascinating that you end with the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen in my deck is our feminine energy. I call her the goddess. She's the one that's going to fight for us. And in particular, she has the pentacle. She loves the pentacle. The pentacle is your body, like I said. The Queen is very grounded. And the feminine side to us, we all have a feminine and a masculine side. And I talked about our ego. He's the masculine. And then we have this feminine side. It has nothing to do with your gender. But we have these beautiful qualities. And one of them is the pentacle of being grounded in our body. The Queen loves the body. And it's just another call for you to get back into your body and to get grounded. Get grounded and focus on getting grounded. I'm going to leave you with a video on how to ground yourself. And I know it's a few years old, this video, but it's one that I did that was very good. And I actually take you into your backyard. I think there's a couple of videos. And I show you how to ground yourself. What it means to really get back into your body, and so that you can start to get in touch with some of these inner children and feel some of the things that they're feeling, right? And maybe help you, and that'll help you move into the direction that you want to go in. But the real key here is it's time to get grounded, right? Like, what family beliefs do you need to let go of? And this is what's coming up for you. What did people tell you when you were younger? And so, Aquarius, I want you to have compassion for yourself for what you're working through. The healing journey is the most difficult journey of your life, but it's the most important. So have compassion for yourself and take care, and I'll talk to you soon.